It's time for UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Follow the Pointers all season long as they battle in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, West Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports and Under Armour. And good evening from KB Willett Arena. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver, glad to be with you on this Valentine's Day Eve as the UW Stevens Point women's hockey team hosting the Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons in a non-conference matchup. Pointers using this as a tune-up here. They'll have the weekend off before starting the WIAC tournament next weekend. Coach Ninemann and the Pointers got the job done over the weekend, earning a split with UW Superior here at KB Willett Arena, a 3-2 loss on Friday night, but then rebounding with a 5-3 win on Saturday for the Pointers, as it was Annika Horman with a pair of goals. Olivia Schultz made 33 saves, and with that, Olivia Schultz, fourth most wins by a goaltender in Pointer program history, but more importantly, 3 points for the Pointers, which solidified third place in the WIAC. So that keeps them out of the 4-5 play-in game and means that Superior playing Northland for a pair of games this weekend, and the other one in the WIAC, the big one, Eau Claire, a home-and-home with River Falls. River Falls comes in with a 4-point lead over the Blue Golds, second ranked in the country, number 3 in the pairwise for the Falcons. Eau Claire is 9th in the country and 11th in the pairwise. An Eau Claire sweep gets them the number 1 seed. Anything less than that, River Falls would get the win. So, again, it's a 4-point lead for River Falls coming in here. So Stevens Point, as the 3 seed, would get the second place team. Superior would host Northland in that play-in game a week from tonight in the first round of the WIAC tournament, and then would head to the number 1 seed. So a lot at stake for the Concordia University Falcons. 12-9-1, 7-7-0 in the NCHA. They've won 2 straight, a weekend sweep over Lawrence University. Amanda Bauer had a hat trick on Friday night and a 6-0 win. And Michaela Specker with a 2-goal, 2-assist, 4-point night in a 6-1 win on Saturday, which resulted in the sweep for the Falcons. So they come in the NCHA. They've qualified for the playoffs, but still have hopes on home ice. They sit at 7-7 overall. In 5th place, they could catch Lake Forest. Concordia, Wisconsin will host Finlandia for a pair of games this weekend. Lake Forest will take on Marion, and a Marion sweep over Lake Forest and a Concordia sweep would get them home ice in the first round of the NCHA tournament coming up as well. Falcons did have a big win earlier the year, beating at the time number 5 Eau Claire 4-3 on November the 1st. A game that they trailed 3-2 after 2, but Michaela Specker with a goal, and then Natalie McCrell with another power play goal at the 17:29 mark. An upset win there. So a big win for the Falcons over the Blue Golds. Again, came up earlier in the year. Pointers on Friday night. Maddie Anderle had a goal. Lauren Winsenson a goal, and a back-and-forth effort, a 3-2 Superior win there. But again, the 5-3 win on Saturday secured the number 3 seed, and the Pointers will try to keep things going here tonight. And again, we'll take the weekend off before being in the WIAC semifinals a week from Friday. They'll be on the road. They know that for sure. It'll be either at Eau Claire or River Falls, depending on the location. All right, here's your starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons, the goaltender is Annalena Van Herkie. She is a 5'5 senior out of Castle Rock, Colorado. This is her 18th start of the year, 8-8-1, a goals against average of 2.63, and a save percentage of 929. On defense, it's Amanda Carney, 5'4", and a junior out of Aurora, Ontario, and also Colleen Gilligan, 5'8", and a senior out of Colborne, Ontario, Canada. Up front, the center is Brooke Gibson, 5'9", and a sophomore out of LaSalle, Ontario. The right wing is Bella Noyle. She is a 5'4" senior out of Baltimore, Maryland. And the left wing is Charlotte Tour. She is a 5'6" freshman out of Heartland, Michigan. The head coach of the Falcons is Steve Fabili in his 9th season, 98, 110, and 18 overall. Spent 9 seasons as the men's head coach at Northland College and was an assistant at Canisius, where he played goalie for the Canisius College men's hockey team in his time, but again, in his 9th season with the Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons. For the Pointers of UW Stevens Point, Olivia Schultz, the 5'8" senior out of Maplewood, Minnesota. This will be career start number 93 for her tonight. She is 11-12-1 in the season, a 2.19 goals against average. She has played almost every minute here for the Pointers and will be making her final regular season home appearance. She's got a shot at a couple of records here tonight that we'll get to in just a little bit. On defense, it's Lena Berthium, 5'4", and a junior out of South Haven, Minnesota, and Kayla Stumo, 5'2", and a junior out of Ham Lake, Minnesota. Up front, Courtney Leising is the center, 5'9", and a sophomore out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. The right wing is Katie Stanius, 5'7", and a sophomore out of Forest Lake, Minnesota, and the left wing is Annika Horman, 5'4", and a junior out of Appleton, Wisconsin. Ann Ninemann is the head coach of the Pointers, and she is in her 17th season, 232 wins, 169 losses, and 47 ties for the Pointers program's first ever All-American. She is assisted by Craig Dakins. All-time series between these two teams, Stevens Point has won 2 in a row and is unbeaten in the last 9. They're 15-1-3. They're 10-0-0 at home and 4-1-3 on the road. Only Concordia, Wisconsin win back in 2011, a 6-1 win, that at Concordia Mequon. So that is how these two teams shape up here tonight as the Pointers set to host the Falcons of Concordia University. The rest of the Pointer lineup outside of the starters, Micah Zippel, center Maddie Anderle and Sarah Adalin, Molly Millar with Shelby Treba and Ashton Wilczek, Allie Granoski centers Natalie Ahern and Gina Magro. On defense, Berthium and Stumo get the start. McKenna Pikarski and Lauren Winsenson pair together. Grace Torma and Soli Doyle. And Josie Bender dresses as an extra forward here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the opening face-off. Pointers and Falcons, non-conference action. Face-off coming up next here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square-faced wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, Coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at pointerbluelineclub.com.
Hi, we are set to roll here. KB Willett Arena and Stevens Point, regular season finale for the Pointers. In Stevens Point, 11-12-1, 5-7-0 in the WIAC. They went 6-5-1 here in their first season back at KB Willett Arena. All right, we are ready to roll. Let's see here. Jim Brown, Josh Carl, the referees here tonight. Ryan Burdall is the linesman as they are set to work here. Bands here. Nice little mental health awareness game going on for the Pointers as well. We'll tell you more about that as we go on. Olivia Schultz here. Already a number of records held. She needs 2 saves to break the single season record for a goaltender. 771 saves. She's got 770 coming in. Off the opening draw, it is controlled by Colleen Gilligan of the Falcons. She'll swat it ahead. Pointers send it right back the other way. Back to get it, Amanda Carney. Carney swings it around, then pushed back by the Pointers into the far corner. They'll give chase. It is Annika Horman after it for Stevens Point up the far side, but not out. Here's a turnover. Courtney Leising with it, battling in the far corner. Leising looks to center, now pokes it. Behind the net goes Horman. Horman looks to center, and she'll bring it up the near wall. Horman coming around, centering pass coming in front. Leising turn, firing a shot, had it poked off her stick to the far corner. Pointers with it. They'll bring it out high and slides right through Kayla Stumo. Back the other way. Here come the Falcons, and a nice defensive back check there. Charlotte Tour couldn't come up with it, and Stevens Point back the other way. Leising tries to hop through a defender. Ridden off there. Savannah Hutchins with it now. Hutchins around. She'll bring it up high. Kurtz with it. Stevens Point on the forecheck here. Broken up by Maddie Anderle. Back the other way comes Amanda Bauer, NCHA Offensive Player of the Week in their sweep over Lawrence. Falcons are offside here, and back to get it, Lauren Winsenson for point. Winsenson reverses back, goes far corner to Berthume, or check that, it is McKenna Pikarski. Pikarski back to Winsenson, ahead it comes Stevens Point, has some numbers here, but a pass out in front of Maddie Anderle. Falcons send it back behind their own net. Opening 90 seconds of play here from KB Willett Arena. Concordia trying to break it out of their own zone. Point running some traffic there. Soli Doyle with it. Sent ahead. Here comes Bauer. Bauer whistles a shot. Glove save made by Olivia Schultz. We'll get a stoppage here. 18-22. So that means Olivia Schultz has now tied the single season saves record at 771. Face off to the left side of the fifth-year senior goaltender Olivia Schultz. All right, into the near corner. Lena Berthume brings it behind the Stevens Point net. Chipped off the far boards and out. Gets through Erica Graham. Stevens Point hustling to give chase here. Ashton Wilczek after it. Wilczek into the far corner. Pointers try to center. Now they'll work it back behind the net. Molly Millar after it. Millar chips it. Far side. Shelby Treba after it now, cleared up through the neutral zone, comes back to center ice, bouncing puck there. Magro had a shot at it. She'll send it back the other way, but it's intercepted. Sent in deep here by the Falcons. And behind the net it goes. Michaela Specker around, but Stevens Point able to gain possession. They'll bounce it back to the near corner, but a turnover. Bella Noyle out, brings it out high to Gilligan. Gilligan chops a shot. That goes wide to the far corner. Stevens Point to the rebound. Shelby Treba around. Near side onto the stick of Ali Granovsky. Granovsky, she's hemmed in the near corner here as a two-a-side battle. Up the wall on the near side. The Falcons bring it out. Stevens Point clears it back to the near boards again. Bouncing puck coming here. Poked ahead. Sent back deep once again by the Falcons. Around it goes. Near corner now. They'll battle for it there and cleared up ahead by the Pointers. Now dangerous clear up the middle. Gibson ends up with it. Gibson leaves it out high. Long range shot redirected. That goes wide of the net to the far side. Gibson, Brooke Gibson, veers it off in the far corner and comes back out high. Long range shot here. Save made by Olivia Schultz. And there it is, the new single-season record, save number 772. Flipped out and through the neutral zone. Gilligan back to get it here for Concordia. Falcons go rink wide. They'll bring it up ahead. Long-range pass comes through, kicked into the zone by Emily Reinke. Reinke goes behind the net, looks to center, picked up by a point defender there, and pushed toward the far corner. Micah Zip after it. Zip weaves through some traffic. Ahead it's Natalie Ahern with it now. Rink-wide pass, and this, I believe, is going to be a whistle and an icing call against the Pointers. Josie Bender hustling, couldn't quite get there. We'll get a whistle. 16:20 to go. So Olivia Schultz now, single-season record, 772 saves, breaking the record that she set a year ago. So she holds that. She also holds the single-season record for saves per game at 34.9 from the 2021 season, and ranks 4th all-time in wins with 32. All right, off the face-off, far corner. Lauren Winsenson digs it out here for point. Centered pass right in front, backhanded shot. That went wide to the near side. Now to the far corner, Pointers with it. They'll clear it out. McKenna Pikarski ahead. And finally slides back. Winsenson will get it. She'll chip it ahead. Falcon defender fell down, but then able to get back to her feet and dump it into zone. That's Olivia Kurtz. Kurtz goes back behind the net. Pointers behind. And they will reset up the breakout. Trying to get some space here for Lauren Winsenson. Off the near boards with a backhander. Slid out on the near side to Katie Stanius. Stanius tries to center, but it is Charlotte Tour that intercepts and sends it back the other way. Soli Doyle back the other way, tried to hit a long pass for Katie Stanius. She's going to hustle, get to the dots first to wave off the icing call, so Concordia drags it behind their own net. They'll try to force it up the wall on the far side. Doyle at the half wall on the far side, able to send it back deep once again. Boy, a Falcon player went down hard on the far side. Now right up front, shot and a goal. Oh, beautiful setup from the far side, right onto the stick of Annika Horman. A beautiful setup from Soli Doyle. Annika Horman buries it, her 7th of the year. 15:09 to go in the first. Stevens Point, a 1-0 lead. And that, by my account, is the Pointers' first shot on goal of the game. And you get your money's worth. Horman, good job just to get between the circles, and Soli Doyle sets her up. And Stevens Point, a 1-0 lead. All right, big goal here to get the Pointers off and running. Lena Berthume with it now. Wires a shot in, shoulder to side by the goaltender Van Herky. Back the other way and cleared up the near side. Loose at the red line along the near wall. Scrum for it right now by the scorer's bench here. And for Stevens Point, Micah Zip digs it out. She'll send it back to Kayla Stumo. Stumo ahead, far side, sent in deep here by Maddie Anderle. Around to the near side, Molly Millar the first to get there. Millar looks to center, had somebody going to the front of the net. Now it's veered off there. Millar gets it back, slowed down in the play, back to her feet, goes to the far corner. Now Stevens Point intercepts again. Stumo gets a piece of it, rolls off the end of her stick to the near side. She's bumped down. And Point sends the puck deep again, up far side, just out of the reach of Wilczek. Back the other way, they'll scrum for it at the red line on the far side. Point will get the puck and send it deep again. 14:10 to go in the first. Stevens Point here, a 1-0 lead early on. Now it's Concordia. Back the other way behind the net. They'll go to battle here now, sliding toward the far corner. Bella Noyle, I believe this is. Slips it around to the near side. Tour after it, right in front of the net. Shot Gibson, save made by Schultz. Cleared a rebound out. Pointers will get it. They could have a 2-on-1 if they hustle back the other way. Ahead, Katie Stanius reaches for it. Nothing there. Falcons get it and dump it back into the Stevens Point end. Stevens Point lead pass ahead to Lysing. Lysing hands it off. Stanius back to the middle, near side. Coming in is Horman once again. Cuts to the middle. Good back check here by Charlotte Gibson, or Brooke Gibson, excuse me. Gibson back the other way, in on the near side. Gets around a defender, comes walking in. Has no shot, and then picked up well by Berthume behind the net. Berthume off the far wall and out. Lysing will get it. Red line on the far side. Here's Courtney Lysing, a long-range shot. That goes wide. Hustling after the rebound is Maddie Anderle on the near side. She works it free. Anderle to Lysing in close, spins around, shot, save, made, and covered, as it is the goaltender, Annalena Van Herky. Again, a pad save and then covering the rebound as Stevens Point, another good chance here. Clock stops, 13:02 to go here in the first period. So Annika Horman for the Pointers, her 7th of the year, assisted by Soli Doyle at 4:51. Shots even at 2, but Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Far corner kicked free. Walking out Anderle with it behind the net, puts the brakes on, goes down on one knee and keeps it going. Flips it to the far corner where Berthume is in there to help out. Lena Berthume had it pushed past her up the far wall. Here comes Bauer back the other way, picked up on the back check, and Stevens Point able to clear that out. Now poked back in nicely there by Olivia Kurtz of the Falcons. Near side, here comes Stevens Point, head of steam. It is Sarah Adalin near side, across the red line. She's content to get a change. She'll flip it down to the far corner, and Stevens Point will change their forward line, and it's Molly Millar after it on the forecheck here. Slides loose, poke free for a minute, and then Bauer able to poke it back ahead. Backhanded ahead, lifted in the air. Gilligan with it now off the far board. Sends it back the other way, but it's Kayla Stumo that picks that up. Picked up by a defender there. That's Michaela Specker. Specker on the far side digs it free, walks into the far face-off circle, looks to center. Beautiful pass in front, but just out of the reach of Natalie McCrell. Now here is Specker again. Specker coming back out high. Stevens Point pokes it free, and this may be just far enough for an icing call. Yep, 11:48 to go here in the first. Whistle and an icing call. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Steve Familia's roster here, 17 United States players with 5 from Minnesota. 2 each from Michigan and Wisconsin, Illinois, Colorado, Montana, and Maryland. 4 from Canada with 3 out of Ontario, 1 from British Columbia, and 1 each from Germany and Switzerland. So some international flavor here for the Falcons. Of course, NCHA will add another team next year, I believe, an MSOE. And a long-range shot, blocker to side there by Olivia Schultz from the near wall. Trying to clear it up the far side is Shelby Treba. Molly Millar after it, lost the handle on it. Emily Reinke picks it up. Reinke at center ice, walks in, now cuts to the far side. Looks to center, now veers back, leaves it out to the point. Pointer's a good job of picking that up, and it's right onto the stick there of Grace Torma. She'll come at center ice to Josie Bender. Bender carries it across the blue line, drags it into the near side. Allie Granowski in to help her out there. She'll throw it toward the back of the net, between the circles again. Centering effort broken up by the Falcons. Back loose into the near corner. Pointers will cycle it deep to the far corner. Granowski after it. 10:55 to go here in period number 1. Stevens Point with a 1-0 lead. They'll circle around in the near corner behind the net. This is Savannah Hutchins. Hutchins surveys it up. She'll keep it then ahead. Poke free for a minute. That's a nice job on the forecheck there by Courtney Lysing back the other way. Off the far wall, it goes behind Lysing. They'll clear it out. When Sensen will step in to pick it up, she'll walk it in, come through the middle, cut to the near side. To her backhand, now around to her forehand, zips it through around, turning shot. They'll leave it out high. There's a shot rifled wide by Pikarski. Katie Stanius. Now it's coming through is Lysing. Now they'll go. Lifted shot there. Save made by the goaltender and then cleared out. Van Herky with a nice diving save there to the far side. Round to the near corner. Concordia looking to go back the other way. Pointers cut it off again. Here's Annika Horman. Shot pad save made by Van Herky. And now Concordia clears it out off the near boards. Picked up here by McKenna Pikarski. Long range shot ahead. Lysing gets a piece of it right in on net. And Van Herky will get down, covered up. We'll get a whistle. We'll get the media timeout. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead here on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery or stop by Division Street for carry-out to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Sure, tire and service. Get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure, tire and service. Get your car done right.
All right, Pointer is off the face-off, work it back, and then bring it in tight toward the net, and Maddie Anderle a backhanded shot, but it is Annalena Van Herky with a pad save and then covers the rebound to get a stoppage here with 9:33 to go in the first period. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. They'll cycle it around again out high, push through, and clear it out into the neutral zone here by the Falcons. Pointers get it and send it right back in once again. Hustling after it, they'll carve it around to the near corner. Up the wall on the near side, picked up there by Ashton Wilczek and then lost it. Gibson back the other way with a 2-on-1. Oh, wait, Gibson right in front. Shot. Olivia Schultz smothers a chance and covers as Gibson with a pretty nice setup there to Olivia Kurtz. And well, I take that back. It is Charlotte Tour with the shot. But Olivia Schultz smothered that one with the pad and did not produce a rebound. And we'll get a stoppage in play here with 9:09 to go here in the first period. Allegeri with it, and off the face-off, chopped up into the netting and out of play. We'll get a whistle. And a face-off will remain here to the left side of Olivia Schultz. Shot 7-4 in favor of the Pointers here, a 1-0 lead on Annika Horman's goal for Stevens Point. All right, Falcons get to it first on the far side. Natalie McCrell. She tried to center it. That's broken up for Stevens Point. Annika Horman. Horman, far side. Stanyas will chip it deep. Goes back behind the net. Lysing after it. Poked it free. Pointers force a turnover. Stanyas right up the middle. Comes to her backhand. Spun around. Couldn't get a shot off. Some speed back the other way. Comes Natalie McCrell. McCrell in toward the net. Backhander shove through. Went just wide. A big hit behind the net here. And one of the Falcons ends up down here. That's McCrell. And she's able to get back to her feet. And I think just didn't have the ability to stop herself after trying to get a shot on goal. And without the brakes, went face first into the glass. She'll come off. She's all right. We'll get a whistle. 8:27 to go here in the first period. And the face-off will come outside the Stevens Point blue line on the near side. Off the face-off, controlled on the near side. Gina Magro for Stevens Point. Jams it to the near boards, reaching for it, Granovsky. Falcons intercept now, far side, Soli Doyle. Doyle, who set up the first goal here for the Pointers, gets it free again. Now the Pointers come walking in. Gina Magro, boy, hesitated here. We'll get a whistle and an offsides. 8:11 to go here in the first period. One other game going on, Aurora at Trine in what I believe is a non-conference game. 6-2, the number 15th ranked Spartans, 18-4-1. Leading Trine, who is 8-14, because looking at the standings here, I know that Aurora has played their full complement of 16 games on the NCHA schedule. St. Norbert in first place, Adrian in third, Aurora in second place, and Adrian in third place. So that is the standings there, and of course, automatic bid for the NCHA tournament winner, which begins not next weekend, but the weekend after. All right, off the near side, they'll scrum for it. Puck still loose. Pointers try to hold it along the blue line on the near side, but it's chipped out. Grace Torma hustling back for Stevens Point to get it. She'll go rink wide off the far boards. Finally gathered in by Maddie Anderle, who shoves it ahead, but the Falcons quick to send it right back the other way. Along the far wall, poked free off the Pointer bench. Sarah Adalin after it, and it'll come in on Van Herky, and she'll get down and cover it up. 7:18 to go here in period number one. All right, face off to the left side here. Annalena Van Herky. the senior goaltender out of Colorado. Off the face-off, Pointers back to the point. Long-range shot goes wide through to the near corner. And they'll scrum forward along the near side. Pointers send it deep again. Emily Reinke, the first to get there for Concordia. Falcons back the other way. They'll weave through traffic. Lost the handle. Stevens Point sends it right back in. Shelby Treba hustling after it. Van Herky plays it behind her own net. Gilligan here on the near side to push it up. And not out of the neutral zone as it's held in by Lauren Winsenson. She'll fire it toward the far corner. Stanius lurking for it. And near the blue line on the far side is Courtney Leising sitting it deep again. Falcons struggling to break it out here. Bauer has it intercepted. Tipped back in there by Pikarski. And now the Falcons will try again. This time they lift it up. Pikarski, red line to the near side, gets it back. She'll fire it right back in. Van Herky out to cut it off. Leising after it behind the net. Also lurking there is Annika Horman. Now coming free, Horman with a shot, save made by Van Herky. Rebound is there, Leising couldn't pull a backhander. Out to the point, Berthume. She'll survey it up, fired a shot. Shot block there by Bauer that stung her a little bit. Comes right back to Lena. She'll walk it through and get it deep. Van Herky slows it down at the paddle. Gilligan will take it from her. 6 minutes to go here in period number 1. Intercepted back the other way. Here's Sarah Adalin for Stevens Point. However, we're going to get a whistle and a penalty. And a holding call coming here, as it will be, I believe it's Emily Reinke that will go off. Yep, she'll go off for a hold. 5:56 to go here in the first period. Stevens Point to the skyward power play for the first time tonight. They are 14 of 73, 19.2% of the power play. The Falcon penalty kill, 48 of 59. They have killed off with at 81.4%. So Stevens Point, a 1-0 lead here. 5:56 to go in the first period. And headed to the power play. Gilligan turns, tries to clear it out, but can't. Pikarski on the far side walks through, near side. Kayla Stumo rings up a shot. Blocker to side by Van Herky. Backhanded shot in front, unable to get a hold of the rebound. Now Winsenson throws it back out high. This is Pikarski again. Near side Stumo walks in again. Another shot block there. To the rebound on the near side is Sarah Adalin. Adalin into the near corner to Stumo, comes right in front, redirected up over the top of the net, and then blocker to side by Van Herky. Now for Stevens Point, reaching for it again is Pikarski. They'll keep it going. Stumo with it, fires a shot, another shot blocked by the Falcons. Stumo out high, now comes along. Pikarski tees it up, blocker save made, rebound is there, and cleared out by the Falcons down the length of the ice. Couple of good chances here for Stevens Point. 5 minutes to go here in the first period, and 1:05 remaining on the game's first power play. Stevens Point out shooting the Falcons 10-4. Lauren Winsenson carries it in for Stevens Point near side. She'll swing all the way around the net. And now bring it out high to Stanius. Stanius back out high. Berthume in to get it. She'll pick it up, cut to the far face-off circle. On her backhand, looks to kick it out in front. Instead, she'll go behind the net. Berthume gets it back. Berthume switching places here with Adalin on the near side, or check that Leising. Leising rings it, hit a body in front, backhanded shot, pad save made by Van Herky, and clear to the far side. Here's Anderle with it now. Anderle out high, looks to leave it. Berthume, she'll skate in, leaves it out high to the trailer. This is Pikarski with a shot, that goes wide. Check it, Katie Stanius. Putter's wearing these different jerseys here tonight. Numbers a little lower. Now they'll leave it. Berthume, little give and go, fires a shot, hit the far post. Rebound is whiffed at by Courtney Leising, and she clears it back up. Lena Berthume labeled one that hit the far post. 4 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's Stanius through the neutral zone. Brings it in. Stanius with a shot. Smothered off. Leising reaching for the rebound. Couldn't get it. Falcons get it. They'll clear it out at center ice. Winsenson. Lauren Winsenson to the near side. Sends it deep back to the near corner. 3:40 to go in the first period. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Far side. Swung around there now by Emily Reinke. Turnover right in front. Stevens Point couldn't get a shot off. Here come the Falcons. Back the other way. Olivia Kurtz. Kurtz one-on-one. Works around a defender. Nice job there by the Pointers. And it's McKenna Pikarski. A nice job there. And it slides in harmlessly on Olivia Schultz. She will cover. We'll get a whistle. 3:21 to go. 3:27 to go here in the first period. Coming up in our first intermission, we'll get you a scoring recap of this first period. Plus, we'll hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninemann. That is coming up. Far side shot chopped at. To the rebound in the far corner is Grace Torma for Stevens Point. Torma now turnover right up the middle. Hutchins couldn't get a stick on it. Pointers recover and clear it out nicely. Shelby Treba after it on the near side. That goes wide, and it's Natalie McCrell. McCrell into the neutral zone. Now it's Savannah Hutchins with it. She'll flip it deep out to the side of the net. Olivia Schultz will take it off the end board, get down. She'll cover it up, and we'll get a whistle. 3:02 to go here in the first period. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. Annika Horman at 4:51. And the Pointers have controlled the play here on the road. Pretty much throughout here. Have had one crack at a power play. All right, off the face-off near side. It is Amanda Carney that flips it back to the far corner in front, chipped the side. Stevens Point, Natalie Ahern will get to it. She'll circle back on the near side. Ahern carries it out. Lost the handle on it. Falcons intercept, but now poking it free. Sarah Adalin to the Pointers. Adalin gets it. Micah Zip sends it, and she'll flip it deep. Back behind the net around. This is Brooke Gibson. Gibson, Noyle with it, and sent back the other way, Stevens Point. And it is Courtney Leising on the far side. Picked away from behind, tried to feed it back to her. Now it's flipped back, and Stevens Point with it. Pikarski feeds it up to the far boards, turned it over. Charlotte Tour sends it back deep again. She'll go after it behind the net, but first to get there for Stevens Point, so Lee Doyle. Now Tour again in the back check, trying to work it free. Stevens Point will get it again. Here's McKenna Pikarski, long-range pass ahead. And a big hit on the far side here. Penalty call coming up here. And I believe Courtney Leising is going to go off, but an extra attacker on here for the Falcons ahead. Touched up by the Pointers. They'll carry it through. We'll get a whistle. A delayed whistle call here. We're going to get a penalty call coming up here, I believe, against Courtney Leising. And let's see what the call is. An interference call. So with 1:51 to go here in the period, it is the Concordia University Falcons going on the power play. They're 14 of 100. That's 14% in the season. Stevens Point in the penalty kill, pretty good. 56 of 63. That's 88.9%. All right, Reimke with it at the point. Out high, it is Amanda Bauer. Bauer gets it back. She'll look, zips it through to the near side. Gibson with a shot, shoulder to side by Schultz. They'll go all the way around the boards and come out on the far side. Reimke with a defender on her on the backside there, which is Micah Zip. Now through the neutral zone. Pointers gamble, can't come up with it. Gibson near side. Gibson's had a couple of good cracks at it here in the period. Gibson veers off, now resets on the man advantage. Now to Reimke, back to Gibson near side. She'll wind it. Glove save made by Schultz. She'll hang on. 1:16 to go here in the period. So Olivia Schultz with a glove save did not produce a rebound there. And will control the face-off here to her left side with 1:16 to go in the period. All right, behind the net, shot off the side of the net. Falcons kick it out. It rolls around right in front of Olivia Schultz, and finally she'll just get out and cover it up and say live for another face-off here in the offensive zone with 1:09 remaining in the period. So about a 9-second difference here with 1:18 remaining in the power play for the Falcons. Off the face-off, Pointers try to wrap it around the boards. And they do, out into the neutral zone. Clearing it around here, Stevens Point, short-handed, back the other way, shot and a goal! On the forecheck for Stevens Point, it's Annika Horman, her second of the game. Came in, poked it free, one in the goaltender. And into the upper right-hand corner, a short-handed goal for the Pointers, up 2-0. Boy, Annika Horman just read that perfectly, poked it free. And Stevens Point, now a 2-goal lead here in the final minute of the first period. All right, sent in deep, unassisted is the Horman goal. And the Falcons with it, still in the power play around. This is the third shorthanded goal of the season for the Pointers. Back out to the point, Hutchins, she'll ring one up. Glove save made by Olivia Schultz. So let's see here. Micah Zip with a shorthanded goal. Courtney Leising with a shorthanded goal. And now it is Annika Horman, the junior. So that's her 8th goal of the year and 2nd of the night. And a big 2-goal lead here for the Pointers. All right, Tour slides it. Cross ice to Savannah Hutchins. Hutchins lost the handle on it. Now it's Katie Stanius, works around a defender. She'll come in shorthanded and went down in the play. And Pointers looking for a penalty call that didn't come, and now they'll reset on the shorthanded penalty kill here. Now they'll get it off the near boards down. It'll come in. Van Herky keys it aside, and that should do it here for a very productive first period here for Stevens Point. Long range shot at the buzzer. Schultz an easy save. That won't count. But Stevens Point with a pair of goals here from Annika Horman in this regular season finale. After 20 minutes, have a 2-0 lead. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with the first period recap. Plus a little bit later in the intermission and hear from Pointers head coach Ann Ninemann. Stevens Point leads Concordia, Wisconsin 2-0 after 1. Back with our first intermission in just a bit here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely a winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. New and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You'll find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network. Glad you're with us for Pointer women's hockey here on this Valentine's night. Stevens Point off to a good start here. A 2-0 lead over the Falcons of Concordia University after one period. Pointers got on the board at 4:51 of the first. Annika Horman, her 7th of the year, assisted by Soli Doyle. And for Soli Doyle, that's her first assist of the year. So game number 9 for Soli for the sophomore out of Hayward. So Stevens Point a 1-0 lead, and back and forth we went. Pointers had a crack on the Skyward power play, but could not convert. And then they went down as Courtney Leising went out for interference, and on the penalty kill, Annika Horman on the forecheck poked it free, came in all alone in the goaltender, and beats Annalena Van Herky over the shoulder for her 8th of the year, shorthanded, unassisted, 2-0 Stevens Point. Pointers outshoot the Falcons 13-6 in that first period. Concordia 0 of 1 in the power play, credited with 2 shots. They'll have 8 seconds remaining on a power play to begin the second period here. Stevens Point 0 for 1. They were credited with 4 shots on goal. Annalena Van Herky makes 11 first period saves. Olivia Schultz with 6 first period saves now has a new single season record of saves. She came in with 770. The mark she set a year ago was 771. So It is 776 saves now this season for Olivia Schultz, and should also mention she came into the game needing just 36 saves to hit 3,000 for her career, which would be she already holds the program lead, 29-64, coming in here tonight. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go through things. Face-off-wise, Stevens Point, I should say it is Concordia, Wisconsin, winning 66.7% of the face-offs there. So, more importantly, Stevens Point the advantage here tonight and on the scoreboard here with a 2-0 lead. Boy, that shorthanded goal, a big one by Horman right in the final minute of the first period. All right, just again, a little bit of recap of what's coming up here. Pointers, of course, will be off for the weekend. They solidify the number 3 seed in the WIAC. River Falls and Eau Claire will play a home-and-home series this weekend. River Falls is 10-0. Eau Claire is 9-1. So Eau Claire, one of their wins also in overtime. So they trail the Falcons by 4 points coming in. So 6 points at stake. Basically, the Falcons, Eau Claire, if they can get 5 of 6 points in one way, shape, or form, again, 3 points for a regulation win and 2 for an overtime or shootout win. So if they could do that, they would turn the tables on the Falcons and take the number 1 seed. Stevens Point sitting in 3rd, so they will get the number 2 seed in the WIAC tournament. And River Falls beat Eau Claire 3-2 on November the 19th. They've won 13 games in a row. Their only 2 losses of the year against Augsburg, Gustavus. They went out east, beat Plattsburgh, Middlebury, top-ranked teams. They've been rolling along here and have outscored their opponents 133-28. So the Falcons have been buzzing. Eau Claire has won 6 in a row, and they're 10-1-1 at home. So they will battle here coming up this weekend. Superior will take on Northland in a 2-game series Friday night and also Saturday afternoon. We already know that Superior and Northland will meet in that play-in game a week from tonight, the 4-5 play-in game. And the location of that, Northland would need to sweep Superior, and then they go to some tiebreakers, I think, to figure that out. But in all likelihood, would think Superior would host Northland, then that winner would be at the 1 seed. The Pointers will get the 2 seed, so either River Falls or Eau Claire coming up. And if you're looking at the big picture of things, River Falls 3 in the pairwise, Eau Claire is 11th. Eau Claire's going to need to move up. Right now they would be the 3rd team out, as River Falls would get an at-large bid. No automatic bid in the women's side. So the Falcons with the 3 in the pairwise with the way things going. And NCHA up for grabs as well with St. Norbert currently in the lead. Adrian as well is 6th in the pairwise. But here, Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead over Concordia, Wisconsin. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from Pointers head coach Coach Ninemann when our first intermission rolls on here on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Continue our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight, UW Stevens Point women's hockey team closing out the regular season. It's a non-conference game against Concordia, Wisconsin. And we talk now with Pointer's head coach Ann Ninemann, and first coach, game 25 here. Man, it seems like it was about 2 weeks ago that we stood here in November and talked about how exciting it was to get back and we'll get going. Time really flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how fast it flies. I can't believe the regular season is almost over.
Yeah. As you come in, get set for this game here tonight, let's talk about an important win for you on Saturday to lock up that number 3 seed, get you out of the first round play-in game. That was an important win for your ladies.
Yeah, that was huge for us. I thought we played well on Friday. We competed. We outplayed them. We outshot them. But we just couldn't bury the puck. So I think it was good resilience for us to come back and fight on Saturday. Gave up the lead twice, but was able to finish and be strong to get the W. And yes, for sure get us out of that 4-5 playing game and sitting 3.
Yeah. As you come in, that game on Saturday, is that something that you think you learned some lessons along the way of the year that paid off for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was just a mind game more than anything, making sure that and Superior was playing hard. They knew what was on the line too. They wanted to stay out of that 4-5 playing game as well. So it was a battle. It was a dogfight, and I think it was good for us and good to see our competitive drive take over.
I think as I've talked to you throughout the year here, and what seems like a pretty regular interval, it's kind of been a couple steps forward, couple steps back, couple steps forward. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, very fair way to put it. I think that kind of has to do with our youth, but I also think that it's good for us, and now we're down the stretch. It's the important time, and hopefully it's just forward steps from here on out.
This is maybe your last regular season game. This is an important game for you here tonight, especially having the weekend off. Mindset-wise, this is an important game for you.
Yes, it very much so is. It's obviously good to play well leading into playoffs, but Concordia is a good team as well. They beat Eau Claire early in the season, so it's not going to be a cakewalk for sure. They're always competitive, so it's always good to finish up on a competitive note.
What's the key for you here tonight to be successful?
Compete. Make sure we outwork them, and I think that will bode well for us.
Starting to set in for some of your folks here that the rodeo, the end of the line is coming here, and that's you've been in that position before, and that's something in their minds, you think?
Yeah, I know it is, especially our seniors being their last official home game. So it's all part of it. Excited for them to move on to bigger and better things in real life, for that matter. But it's been a great run, and we still hope to do some great things here.
Yeah, I was going to say, do some damage here. You could really send things out on a positive note.
Yes, we have some exciting couple weeks ahead of us, and we got to really take care of our own business and worry about us from here on out.
Kind of off the ice, mental health awareness and suicide prevention, a big topic here tonight of featuring. This is another thing that I've seen in my 25 years or so being around here, that your ladies getting into a cause, helping in the community, leveraging your program to raise awareness to something that affects a lot of folks. That's equally as important.
Yeah, absolutely. It was actually one of our student athletes and players, Katie Stanius, that brought it to my attention and said, hey, can we do a Sophie Squad game, because a lot of the Minnesota high school players are familiar with the cause. They've done a number of games. Actually, Grace Torma, I went to her high school game last year, and it was a Sophie Squad game. So it's a great cause. Our university, our athletic department is behind us today, and I think it's great to just spread awareness, break the stigma. We got to deal with our everything and talk to people about it and ask for help.
Yeah, and no matter what you do here tonight, every little bit helps raise that awareness.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'm forever the optimist, so how about 2 weeks of double bill WIC championship right here at Willett?
Let's do it.
All right, Coach, good luck here tonight.
Thanks.
All right, Pointers head coach Ann Ninemann. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Cousins Subs is coming bigger and better to Stevens Point. This March, Cousins will be moving to a new location at 111 North Division Street with a fresh look that includes a drive-thru. Whether it's a grilled-to-order cheesesteak, Wisconsin cheese curds, or a party box of subs, Cousins has something for every occasion. Order online at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins Subs mobile app. Cousins Subs, believe in better.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Visit your local Festival Foods today. Pick up a sweet treat from their Scratch Bakery, your favorite decadent entree from their savory meat department, or fresh produce to feed your body from their Days Fresher Produce department. Festival Foods is a proud community partner and sponsor of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, set for period number 2. Stevens Point will have 8 seconds of the Courtney Leising penalty to kill off here. Pointers trying to get back to 500 and improve their home record, which stands at 6-5-1. Falcons 6-5-1 on the road and have won a neutral game, so not adverse to winning on the road are the Falcons. All right, ready to go here. 2-0 is the Stevens Point lead. Off the draw, Carney pulls it back here for the Falcons to the red line on the near side. She'll carry it all the way in now. Carney looks to center, and Leising back out. So Stevens Point back to full strength. Far corner it goes. Foot race on the far side. Tell you what, Colleen Gilligan in there to poke it. Good to see her. She took a rough ride into the boards with a couple minutes left in that first period. So she's back out there and is all right. Carney back in ahead, almost plucked out of midair by Sarah Adalin. Back the other way comes Maddie Anderle. Penalty call coming up here against the Falcons, as ridden down in the play was Maddie Anderle, and a tripping call coming up here to the Falcons will put Stevens Point on their second skyward power play of the night. Tell you what, first power play of the night generated 4 shots for the Pointers, as it will be Jillian Tabeka will go off here. And Stevens Point goes to the skyward power play. Katie Stanius rips one off. Oh, hit a glove on the way through and then trickled just wide of the far post. Falcons get it and they'll send it in down the length of the ice. And Stevens Point will set up the power play here. 19-10 to go here in the second period with a 2-0 lead. For the Pointers, Courtney Leisingen had her pocket picked. Reinke picked it and then sent it down the length of the ice right on Olivia Schultz. Katie Stanius back to get it here for Stevens Point. Stanius behind the net. Leising will take it. Courtney Leising weaves her way through. Now comes to the middle to Berthume. Lena Berthume to the red line. Now cuts to the middle. She'll come right up the middle. Berthume, long range shot. Blockered aside by Van Herky. That allows the Falcons to get it. McCrell will get it and send it the length of the ice. Pikarski hustles after it. In the far corner, she's tied up. Now gets it free to Kayla Stumo, and Stumo will pick it up with 58 seconds to go on the power play. Lauren Winsenson wheels out of her own end, cross the red line, cuts to the left wing, brings it into the far side. Winsenson thought about a backhander, then had it poked away by Gilligan, side of the net. Now comes right back towards Lauren on the near corner. Winsenson for Stevens Point, digs it free, they'll bring it out high. Pikarski skates in, whistles a shot, glove save made there by Van Herky. And she'll hang on with 36 seconds to go in the Stevens Point power play. 18:03 to go if you're just joining us. Annika Horman with a pair of first period goals. First one even strength, second one short-handed in the final minute of period number 1 has Stevens Point up here 2-0. Face off to the left side. Falcons rim it around the boards. Berthume got there, but then it's cleared out. Reinke one-on-one, a couple of defenders coming in. Reinke fires a shot, partially blocked into the near corner. 20 seconds to go on the Stevens Point power play. Here is Katie Stanius for the Pointers. Stanius cuts out. She'll come through the neutral zone, cuts to the right wing, in, and oh boy, a little confusion there. Micah Zip unable to stay on side. We'll get a whistle. Hate to do that when you're on the power play here. 12 seconds remaining in that. And a whistle and an offsides called against the Pointers. $17:39 to go here in the second period. Regular season finale from the Pointers. Of course, the Falcons will host Finlandia for an NCHA pair this weekend, trying to keep their hopes alive for home ice in the first round of the playoffs. Wow, pass up ahead is backhanded in here by the Pointers. Goes all the way around to the far side. Sarah Adalin after it. Adalin, a good stick lift to keep it going to Kayla Stumo. Back to Adalin on the far side. Stumo gets it back again, then intercepted. This is Michaela Specker that clears it out. Specker comes back around, and Pointers weave through some traffic. They'll turn it over. Caitlin Hansen with it now. Hansen for Specker. Up through center ice, she'll come. Specker in, firing a shot. Midsection saved by Schultz with no rebound. She'll hang on. 17 minutes to go here in the period. And I believe that is save number 7 on the night here for Olivia Schultz. Stevens Point now 16 shots on goal here. 16 to what should be updated to 7 here in a second. A face-off to the right side of Schultz. Berthume and Molly Millar after it. Cleared up the near side. Falcons intercept out high. Graham unable to hold the zone on the far side. Poked around by Berthume on the far side. Falcons able to pick it up. Back the other way they go. Kelliguri with it. Sends it ahead. Noyle will get it. Now for Stevens Point, here's Molly Millar. Millar tried to walk a defender, but that's covered nicely by the Falcon. Charlotte Tour clears it out on the near side. Millar right back after it. Graham with Millar now going to the far corner. Kelliguri sends it around near side. And Stevens Point now. Stumo shoves it toward the back of the net. Hung up around the backside of the net. Kelliguri with it around on the near side. Tour tried to clear. Pointers get there first. Near side. Poked ahead again. Granovsky had it for a minute. Now held in at the point by Grace Torma. She'll send it deep, but then cleared up by the Falcons. Noyle with it. She'll feed it to the far side, and Brooke Gibson will get it and send it deep. And a whistle and an icing call. Did not get to the red line, they'll say. So, whistle and an icing call here. 15:58 to go here in the second period. Coming up in our second intermission, I believe we're going to have somebody from Prevent Suicide Portage County who's going to join us and talk about their mental health awareness night here. We'll get the down low on that. All right, face off in the Concordia end. Amanda Bauer out there to take the draw here for the Falcons. She wins it near side to Graham, goes behind the net. Kelliguri throws it around, but Pikarski the first to get there for point. She'll shove a backhander up here on the near side. Stanius read it pretty well, but the Falcons able to clear it out. Covering back nicely when Sensen shoves it to the near boards. Lysing sends it ahead. Stanius just out of her reach. Lysing gets it back for a minute. Now she'll bring it into the near side. She'll walk right in front, coming in. Backhanded shot. Got a shot off. Save made by Van Herky. Van Herky with a pad save there on Courtney Lysing, the Pointers' leading scorer here with 10 goals on the year. And loose on the near side. Sent around Winsensen off the wall on the far side. She'll bang it out. Kicked back in by the Falcons, but a whistle and an offsides here. 15:12 to go here in the second. Of course, Pointer men's hockey team has the weekend off. They, by virtue of a sweep at Superior over the weekend, locked down the number 1 seed for the WIEC tournament. So they will await the winner of a series between Stout and River Falls in Menominee this coming weekend. Eau Claire gets the 2 seed in the other bye because the Pointers swept. Now Pointers feed it right in front of the net. We'll finish that up in a minute. Sarah Adal in the far corner. Superior went into the weekend against the Pointers with a chance to get the 1 seed, and they drop all the way to the 3. They were swept. Eau Claire swept Stout, so Eau Claire gets the weekend off. And it'll be Northland at Superior on the men's side and River Falls at Stout. All right, Stevens Point in the neutral zone. We'll flip it in. Sarah Adalin gets it deep. Falcons quick to get it. Bauer clears it out. Shoves it ahead. Hustling is Reinke here. Reinke through a stick check. Wires a shot. Save made by Olivia Schultz. And she will hang on with no rebound here with 14:26 to go here in the second period. Well, if you look at the big scheme of things on the women's side, of course, automatic bids, there are 7, and then 4 at-large bids, all done by the pairwise rankings. So among the West teams, St. Norbert currently leading the NCHA, and it's Gustavus leading the MIAC. River Falls and Gustavus pretty much have been up in the top 3 of the country all year long. Now, big hit behind the net as a collision. As Grace Torma went in awkwardly. She's back to her feet, though. Pointers dig it up back the other way. Millar. Molly Millar ahead. 3-on-2 developing here for the Pointers. Ashton Wilczek leaves it back to Millar. She scoops a backhander in the midsection. Van Erke makes the save, and she will hang on. As we mentioned, St. Norbert currently atop the MCHA at 13-0-1. And I believe they have a 2-game set with Adrian coming up this weekend. That will decide things here. So St. Norbert trying to lock down the 1 seed. They have a 4-point lead over the Bulldogs. The NCHA, and again, Concordia has eyes still on home ice, but would need some help. Cleared up the near side, reaching forward, Stevens Point, Courtney Leising with Hutchins, goes to the end board behind the net, looks to center, worked free there for a minute by Annika Horman. Now it's Specker with some open ice back the other way. Michaela Specker coming in, firing a shot, shouldered aside by Olivia Schultz. Doesn't go up into the netting. Here's Courtney Leising, maybe a one-on-one. Tried to drag it up, a nice job there, though. Amanda Carney held it in along the far wall and prevented Courtney Leising from being off to the races. Pointers dump it back in their own end to the far corner. Lauren Winsensen off the near side. Now they'll turn it over. Here's Bella Noyle. Noyle up the near side. They'll clear it out. Long-range pass for Horman on the far side. Out of her reach. Noyle will get it. Here's a 2-on-1. It's a 3-on-1. Now Gibson coming along. Olivia Schultz forced it off to the far side, and it goes wide. Shot, pad save, another pad save, and still loose down in front of the net. What do we have? And Olivia Schultz finally reaches out and covers it up. While Olivia Schultz outweighted Gibson, she went to the far side, and it went wide. And then they threw it right back in front, and a couple of more saves by Olivia Schultz on a big-time goalmouth scramble there, and Schultz able to cover it up. 12:37 to go here in the second period. Best chance of the night for the Falcons here. Off the face-off, Pointers go rink wide. They'll carry it ahead with some speed. Sent in deep. Here goes Sarah Adalin to the far corner. Adalin bumped off the play, comes loose in the near corner. And that's where Caitlin Hansen will get it for the Falcons. She's tied up here on the near side. Micah Zip in there for Stevens Point. Zip dug it free for a minute. Now they'll bring it out high. Here's Adalin once again. Adalin now backhands it in front. Just missed. Maddie Anderle. Now it's Anderle in the far corner. Anderle circles around, comes back through. They'll come through. A shot pushed forward there by Ashton Wilczek on a bouncing puck on the near side. Pointers again with it. Here's Wilczek with it. She'll come around, fires a shot, try to redirect in front, fought off to the far side. Millar in there trying to work it free. Brooke Gibson will get it for the Falcons. Gibson comes off the glass. Ooh, got through Berthume. 2-on-1 back the other way. Tour with Noyle. Nifty little job here by the Pointers, however, on the back check to prevent that. Stanius and Soli Doyle, a nice job to thwart the 2-on-1. Doyle near side, turned it over. Bauer with it into the glass, got it back to her. They'll send it deep to the far corner. Olivia Kurtz after it for the Falcons. Now they'll come back in. Centering pass comes. Caligiuri fires a shot. That's lifted to the far corner. And off target there. Pointers will get it off the glass. Graham tipped it and clears it back in. We'll get a whistle and an offsides with 11:10 to go here in the period. Shots on goal here now 18-11 in favor of the Pointers, but still it's Annika Horman's first period pair of goals that has Stevens Point up 2-0. So Gustavus, St. Norbert, River Falls, and Adrian, if the tournament ended today, and basically assuming all the first place teams in the conferences would win their tournaments to get the automatic bids, they would be the 4 teams in from the West. UW Eau Claire 11th, and the pairwise would be the 3rd team left out. But long way to go here. Eau Claire they could get a couple of wins over River Falls, would get some marked pairwise improvement there. All right, Falcons dump it into the Stevens Point end. Pointers quick to counter back the other way off the far wall. Chipped that there by the Pointers and Josie Bender out there. Near side turned over, bouncing puck coming. Bender had it, lost it, but kept it in the zone. Nice job there in the near side. Pushed ahead. Maddie Anderle battling for it. Micah Zip off the Pointer bench here in a change to come out and get it. They try to walk it in front toward Adalin. Now it comes in, went through. Adalin just missed on a redirect. Yep. Out high again, far side Micah Zip. Stop, start, move to free herself up. Comes in, pokes away from her. And it's Michaela Specker on the far side, but Micah Zip took it right back. Zip looks to backhand it out in front. She's knocked down, kept it going. Far side Winsenson. She'll play it and flip it deep with the backhander around to the near corner. Sarah Adalin hustling after it for the Pointers. Now loose on the near side. They'll try to dig it out free from there. Is Maddie Anderle in there. Anderle in poking it free. Now she'll go to the near corner. Anderle sends it back, stepping up Pikarski on the near side. Pikarski plucked out of midair, and a nice job there by Molly Millar. She'll flip it around, left it on the near boards, but Falcons clear it back out. Pikarski fires it right back in. 9:25 to go here in period number 2. Stevens Point at 2-0 lead. We'll get the media timeout here at the next whistle, barring an icing call. Falcons behind the net, taken away, cycling with it. Shot fired, blocked. Berthume was ready to pull the trigger, but rolled away from her out high. Back the other way comes Tour. Tour carries it in toward the middle of the net, spun down by Berthume. No penalty call here. Collision on the near side. Pointers try to poke it out. This is Molly Millar after it. Now finally comes back, and Shelby Treba with it. Treba to the red line. She'll flip it deep. Van Herky leaves it behind the net for Caitlin Hansen. Lead pass ahead, Gibson. Cross the red line, taken down. Penalty call coming up here, and it will be for Stevens Point. Let's see what we get. It's Allie Gronowski, I believe, going to go off. She will take the hooking call, and we'll get the media timeout. 8:43 to go here in the second. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family safety is important, and with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford, and online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Hi, back here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver on the Pointer Sports Network. Glad you're with us. 2-0 the Stevens Point lead here, but the Pointers will go shorthanded here. Allie Gronowski off on the hooking call, and this will be the third power play of the night for the Falcons. They'll bring it down low. Reinke shoots it into the near corner. Tried to center it. Now Bauer, far side pass. Gibson with it. Gibson. Now to Reinke, fires a shot. That goes wide, hung up on the backside of the net. Lauren Winsenson will get it. She'll shove a backhander out. That gets by a defender on the far side. Pointers walk in. It's Gina Magro after it. Now they'll veer back and reset to the Falcons. Near side, Bauer. Bauer, she'll try to shove it in. Shot block there. Came right back to her. Magro with a good shot block there. Reinke, far side. Shot fired. Schultz with another save, and she'll hang on. Minute 15 to go here in the power play for the Falcons. Take it back, it's their second power play of the night. Minute 15 to go on that, 7:58 to go here in the second period. Now Falcons try to walk it right in front of the net off the faceoff. Berthume will get it. She'll go off the glass hard and able to muscle it out into the neutral zone. Now taking it away for Stevens Point, Sarah Adalin. Adalin walks in. She'll put her head down, come to the near corner, and just ride some timeout. Bauer gets it back behind her own net. This is Amanda Bauer. Bauer right through the middle. Bauer will come through center ice ahead. Specker with it now. She'll pick up some speed. Specker coming in, firing a low shot. That goes wide. Brooke Gibson to the rebound, sets it up. Reinke out high. She'll fire a shot. Kicked aside by Schultz to the far corner. Gibson looks to center. Stumo got a piece of that one, and the Falcons bring it back out high to Reinke. Far side, Gibson, backhander, comes right through back door. Bauer was there, but the pass out in front of her, and then a lazy pass here by the Falcons comes all the way back down into their own end. Giving chase for Stevens Point, Annika Horman. She's got a shorthanded goal already here, and now a collision behind the net. And the net comes down on the goaltender Van Herky, so they stop play. And Pointer bench getting a pretty good laugh out of that. So I'm not sure if it's Annika Horman's stick that got caught in the net that tipped it over or whatever it is. A lot of smiles on the Pointer bench here with a 2-0 lead. All right, face-off just outside the Pointer blue line. And Piekarski back to get it. She'll skid some traffic and send it back the other way. Savannah Hutchins brings it into the near side, and the Falcons off sides here. Boy, Hutchins had a ton of room to maneuver here in the near side, but didn't realize that had two mates on the far side that hadn't cleared the zone yet. So whistling and off sides. 6:46 to go here in the second period, and 3 seconds remaining in the hooking call to Allie Gronowski. Poked free, Pointers will get it. They'll hammer it deep. And Pointers back at full strength. Van Herky will just get down and cover it up. And they get a face-off in this Pointer offensive end here. No scoring so far here in the second period. Tabeka will take the draw here for the Falcons. And it's Courtney Leising for Stevens Point. Falcons around the boards, far side. When Sensen steps in front of that. Pointers had it for a minute, lifted back the other way. Stanius on the back check trying to catch up here as it's Jillian Tabeka that carries it in. Stanius did a good job to eventually get control of the puck behind the net, and she'll bring it out. Into the neutral zone she comes, flips it. Ooh, a bouncing puck in on Van Herky that she fought off. Far side, Colleen Gilligan. Off of her stick, back to the near corner is Caitlin Hansen. Hansen near side, turnover forced here, and occurs. Whistle and a penalty call coming up here against the Falcons as Ashton Wilczek working hard to try to get to the puck. Had her stick, not sure if it was slashed out of her hands or... Yep, slashing call coming up here. Stevens Point will head to their third power play of the night. Now it's Jillian Tabeka that takes the slashing call. Well, Pointers with an even strength goal and a shorthanded goal here. They'll go back to the skyward power play. Tried to jam it in front. Falcons gain possession of it, and they'll flip it out. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Stevens Point on their third power play of the night. With some speed, here comes Annika Horman. Right wing, cuts in, waits for it. They'll leave it. When Sensen out of Horman, and turned over, and the Falcons clear it out. Bauer after it, short-handed here. She'll gadget in the near corner and drag it in there to ride some time. Stevens Point a 2-on-1 battle here, but Bauer sticking with it. Reinforcements come for Stevens Point to try to free it up. Bauer's still with it. Reinke with it now. Out with some room to move is Sarah Adalin. She'll cut in. Adalin coming in. Goes to a backhand. Comes right in front. Fires a shot. Fought off by Van Herky. And it is lifted up by the Falcons now and cleared out into the neutral zone. 5:10 to go here in the second period. Stevens Point a minute to go on the skyward power play. Long range pass is turned over here. And it comes, however, right back to the Pointers' Katie Stanius. She'll bring it in. Stanius off on the near side. Out high Berthume. She'll wire a shot. That went wide. Micah Zip to the rebound on the near side. Zip to the far corner, or near corner. Now behind the net. And then they bring it out. Shot shoveled. Van Herky with a save. Another chance on a second chance there. Far side. Pointers scrambling for it. Bring it out high to Berthume. Cross ice off the near wall. Stanius will corral it. She'll send it back deep to Micah Zip on the near side. Zip changing position here, swept away here by the Falcons for a minute, but not out. Falcons trying to go back the other way short-handed. Two Pointers run into each other, but Katie Stanius wins that battle and dumps it back behind the net. Far side, Stevens Point still with it. 13 to go in the power play. Pointers tried to flip it out to Horman, who's coming in with a head of steam to the far corner. Now walks right out in front of the net. Comes back. Backhanded shot by Stumo. And went just wide. Now cleared out off the far boards. That'll do it. Falcons back at full strength. Stumo with it for Stevens Point. She goes down, but able to get the puck deep here. Horman behind the net after it. Annika Horman really looking for the hat trick here off the near side, out of the reach of Winsenson. Now the Pointers fan on it. Olivia Schultz going to come out, and she will get down and cover it up as one of the Pointer defenders on the far side whiffed on a clearing attempt. And the Falcons almost had a chance at a break-in, but Olivia Schultz hustling out of the crease to get down and cover it up. 3:49 to go here in the second period. And Elena Berthume. Lead pass ahead. Here's Shelby Treba with some steam. Treba fires a shot, blocked there by Carney. Behind the net it goes to Wilczek. Looks to center. Wilczek, backhand, forehand. Now out high, Berthume. Holds it in far side. She'll wire a shot. Rebound is there. Turning shot pushed just wide. Rebound attempt there by Molly Millar. Now the Pointers with it again. Wilczek out high. She'll get it to Soli Doyle. She'll chip it deep again. Treba after it. 3:15 to go here in the period. Treba near side, walks it around with Millar. Slides it out high to Soli Doyle. Tried to get it in front of the net. In the near corner, a pile up there. Soli Doyle had it, flipped up in the air. Falcons get it, chip it off the boards, but not out. Long range shot here by Natalie Ahern is cleared out. Here come the Falcons back the other way. Bella Noyle. Noyle in, had it taken away from behind. Pointers around the boards hard to Josie Bender on the near side. Falcons intercept. Skips wide of Olivia Schultz. May have hit a Pointer defender in front of the net and went wide. Pointers now shove it out to center ice. Falcons get it. Circling back around is Olivia Kurtz. Kurtz in on the near side. She'll fire a shot. Blocker to side there by Schultz. Rebound hung up on the backside of the net. Lena Berthume with it. 2.5 to go in the period. Falcons can't hold the zone on the far side and almost turned it right over. Gilligan will get it. She'll hammer it deep. Schultz puts the brakes on it to Lena Berthume. Berthume, far wall, pass too hard again. Hansen holds it in. She'll send it deep again to the far corner. Chipping out in front of the net for Bauer. That's cleared out. Pointers will gain possession of it. And what do we have? Whistle and played with a high stick, I believe is the call here. 2:10 to go here in the second. Or actually, we're going to get a high sticking penalty against the Pointers. That will go against Josie Bender. So 2:10 to go here in the period. Josie Bender off on a high sticking call. And the Falcons will head to their third power play of the night. Trailing 2-0. Face off to the right side of Olivia Schultz. Winsenson behind the net for Pikarski. Up the far side and sent the link to the ice by the Pointers. Van Herky cuts it off. Pointers on the forecheck here. Sarah Adalin hustling to retreat that. Reinke with it, carries it in near side. Reinke looks to center. It wasn't there. She'll carry it back behind the net. Pointers took the puck away behind the net. Winsenson with a nice play. Tried to chip it to herself. Down on one knee. She'll flip a backhander. That gets free to the far side. Over there for Stevens Point is Sarah Adalin, and she'll clear it up the far side. Nice job in the neutral zone here by Brooke Gibson of Concordia. She'll hold it, shields the puck, and now brings it right up the middle. Gibson coming, trying to get to her forehand. Cuts near corner, poked away by Winsenson again. But Gibson gets it back, chips it near side. This is McCrell. Will bring it out to the point, feed it near side to Bauer. Back out high again it goes. Long range shot, tipped, redirected, kicked out by Schultz. Pointers off the near wall and out. Cleared out here, 58 seconds to go in the power play. 1:07 to go here in period 2. Reinke coming in, fires a shot, pad save made, big rebound left, and it trickles back in on Olivia Schultz after McKenna Pikarski pushed it back to her. She'll cover and get a whistle with a minute to go here in period number 2. 50 seconds remaining in the high sticking call to Josie Bender. And a minute to go here in the second period. All right, off the face-off comes near side Hutchins. Hutchins feeds it to Tabeka. Looks to center now, veers it around. And Hutchins out high. Feeds it to the far face-off circle, out of the reach there of Gilligan. Pointers couldn't get to it, and I believe this is Olivia Kurtz with it now. Kurtz tries to jam it. hit a stick and comes right back behind the net. Shot fired. Schultz with a save. She'll dive and cover the rebound. 35.9 seconds remaining here in the period. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. Olivia Schultz has been active here in the later stages of the second period. Shots now 22-16 in favor of the Pointers. 35.9 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Rising taken down in the face-off circle. Hutchins out high. 15 to go on the power play. Hutchins looks to wind one up. Does. Schultz made the save. Boy, might have got a piece of her stick on the way in. She was kind of not sure if she had the handle on it, but able to squeeze it and hang on. 13 seconds remaining in the Falcon power play. 23.1 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Hutchins to the near side. Back out to Hutchins at the point. Feeds it far side. A shot blocked off there by the Pointers. Pointers back at equal strength now. Lauren Winsenson ties it up and racing out Sarah Adalin for the Pointers. Falcons try to dig it out in front. That's swept aside by Piekarski to the near side. A shot at the buzzer again as time expires. Schultz, a stick save makes that one. Stevens Point holds strong on the kill and keeps the Falcons off the board. And Stevens Point will carry a 2-0 lead here to the third period. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, get your recap, and we'll get you some information on tonight's Mental Health Awareness Night. That's coming up as well. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylists at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, Coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylists, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
All right, back here at KB Will Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead after 40 minutes of play here, and no scoring in that second period. So it is first period scoring. Annika Horman, her 7th of the year from Soli Doyle at 4:51. 1-0 lead for Stevens Point, and then Horman shorthanded, her 8th of the year, unassisted at 19:08. Stevens Point outshot the Falcons 13-6 in the first period. It's the Falcons turning the table, outshooting the Pointers 13-9 in the second period. So shots on goal 22-19 in favor of the Pointers. We will start the third period here at even strength. Both teams 0 for 3 on the power play. Concordia with 9 shots on goal credit. Stevens Point with 10 shots on goal on the power play here tonight. Annalena Van Herkie, 9 second period saves for a game total of 20. Olivia Schultz made some good saves down the stretch to keep the Falcons off the scoreboard. 13 second period saves for a game total of 19. And boy, I'll tell you what, the Falcons have upped the ante on the faceoff run here, as they have won 70% of the faceoffs here tonight. But it's Stevens Point with a 2-0 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, Mental Health Awareness Night here. We'll be joined by UWSP Associate Dean of Students, Rebecca Rogie. We're going to get the details. And another great awareness night by Pointer athletes here at KB Willard Arena. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead. Back with more of our second intermission after this time out on the Pointer Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. New and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at KB Willard Arena in Stevens Point, our second intermission. Stevens Point women's hockey team, a 2-0 lead over Concordia, Wisconsin. Leading on the scoreboard, but leading in the community as well, as we are joined by Associate Dean of Students, Rebecca Rogie, who is also a member of Prevent Suicide Portage County. The Pointers hosting a mental health awareness night tonight. I know that many different teams here in the community, both at the high school and the university level, are taking these causes to heart in their community to raise awareness. And Rebecca, I guess, mental health awareness is something that certainly has come to the forefront here in our community with greater emphasis here over the last couple of years. These are great nights to help build awareness, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having us. We have been fortunate to partner with athletics through our office and through our coalition. We see a lot of mental health need in our community.
And I guess it's at all levels anymore, isn't it? I mean, people think, it's mostly, but it's kids, it's youth, it's something that impacts everybody at any age, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely. Mental health does not discriminate, so it affects everyone, young and old. For me and my role, we serve all of our college students, and so we certainly see a lot of mental health. And so when people talk about the rise in mental health, I don't know necessarily if it's a huge rise in numbers as much as it is a comfort level that our young populations have with talking about it, seeking help.
Yep, and you hear the word stigma a lot. That mental health has a stigma that some people are just afraid to talk about. And if it's events like this that cause one person to say, "Hey, I'm not afraid to go talk to a friend or get professional help," that's what these awareness nights are all about.
Yes, for sure, and not only recognizing it in yourself, but in other people as well, and lending a hand, letting them know where the resources are, whether that's 988, our mental health coalition on our campus for students, our Dean of Students office, counseling center. There's a lot of resources, but sometimes it just needs a helping hand to get somebody connected.
And I think most of the people focus on, hey, what can we do to get people to step forward to make help? But I think getting people to recognize what the signs are of someone who may be in trouble here and may need just a, hey, how you doing? How can I help you? Just recognizing those signs and that kind of training, that goes a long way, doesn't it?
Right. And when we do training with our community, we talk a lot about not needing to be a therapist in order to provide help and support. So just noticing behavior changes, noticing potential warning signs that there may be a crisis, and then knowing what to do to get somebody help.
Because you really never know what's down the path. It could be just a simple, couple of words to reassure they could be okay and help up, and it could be someone else that may have some bigger trouble down the road that you could prevent. Can you talk a little bit about the 988 resource across the state? I know that is a massive step forward to provide really quick, access. 911 came along so long ago, and in that same vein, it's meant to, break down the barriers and get people connected.
Yeah, so 988 is like 911, but for mental health. So it connects the caller to local mental health resources, and it's really available 24/7 for anyone who might be in crisis or needs somebody to talk to. There's lots of 24/7 resources out there, and that's the best way to access those.
Yeah, and I know the Prevent Suicide Portage County is a group that's been together for a long time. It's a great mix of healthcare professionals, people like yourself, the community, and those just interested in improving their community health.
Yeah, we have a great coalition. We have more than 50 members representing all kinds of community organizations, including our school district, our university and technical schools, as well as all kinds of community agencies partnering together.
How much is mental health worked into the various parts of curriculum and activities at the university? I know, with so many kids going, having a lot on and a lot on their plates and a lot of things to handle, just finding ways to get to them. How hard is that?
Sure. In my role in the university, we work with students directly to provide mental health support and connection to resources. So we see a lot of students who are managing all kinds of life things. So our office exists to support students individually and get them connected to resources like our mental health navigation program in the county and any of our campus resources so they can get support quickly.
What do you think is the biggest tip you'd like to get out to people who may think, why is this important to me? Is it just, don't be afraid to reach out, get help? Is that the biggest message, you think?
Yeah, I think the biggest message that I would send is to just notice.
Yeah.
Notice what's going on with somebody and take that time. In the Midwest, we ask a lot, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's not really meant to be answered. It's a rhetorical question, but truly pause and do listen and notice those things, because your noticing and reaching out in those moments could be a life-altering situation for somebody.
Well, I know this has been a great night here. I know the Big Walk for Hope is usually in the spring. Yes. That's a great event as well that gets people out in the community to show their full support. And man, we certainly appreciate what you do for the community and the Pointers pairing along here to do this. Always great to bring awareness, whatever it can be, through the power of sport in the community here. So,
yeah, for sure. Thank you for having us. Our mental health Walk for Hope is always the second Saturday in September.
Okay.
So that's
in the fall. That's right. I knew that. So there you go.
Okay.
So, all right, Rebecca, thank you very much. Yeah. Tell Michelle I said hello.
I will.
So if you would, and we'll do that. Okay. All right, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on a great night here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Dean of Students here, Rebecca Rogie here on the Pointer Sports Network. We'll take a break. We'll come back and have more. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead on the Pointer Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena, we thank Rebecca Rogie, Associate Dean of Students here at UW Stevens Point, for giving us some time here to talk about this mental health awareness night. So, great job here by the Pointers. All right, WIAC schedule again coming up. Pointers will have the weekend off. Friday night, River Falls at Eau Claire, Superior at Northland, and again, 1-2 seed up there. A win by River Falls on Friday night would clinch the number 1 seed for the Falcons, who are 10-0, 21-2, and ranked second in the country. They've won 13 in a row. They have been rolling, but Eau Claire has won 6 in a row, so we'll see. Superior at Northland in the other series. I should also mention that Saturday game is at River Falls, so home and home. And that'll be a Saturday afternoon game for Eau Claire and River Falls. Northland will host UW Superior for 2 Friday night and Saturday afternoon. And they will face off in the first round game a week from tonight. Stevens Point will get the 2 seed. And the Superior Northland winner will get the 1 seed. And again, those, once you get to that round, are 2 games plus a mini-game format. And then a single championship game coming up the following weekend. Of course, the West has never had an NCAA champion coming in. So River Falls, they've had a couple of cracks. They were runner-up in 2016. Of course, the Pointers runner-up in 2004. Other than that, the other West schools to be runners-up, Gustavus, Hamlin, and Adrian. So again, if the tournament ended today, your automatic bids would be Suffolk out of the Commonwealth Coast Conference, Gustavus out of the MIAC, St. Norbert out of the NCHA, Elmira out of the New England Hockey Conference, Amherst out of the New England Small College Athletic Conference, Plattsburgh State out of New York out of the New England Women's Hockey League, and out of the United, the UCHC, Nazareth would be there. Your at-large teams would be River Falls, Hamilton, Adrian, and Middlebury, and your first 3 teams out would be Colby, Cortland, and UW Eau Claire. So Eau Claire trying to beef up that pairwise, no automatic bid on the women's side for the WIAC. We'll take a break, come back with our third period face-off. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead over Concordia, Wisconsin. Third period face-off coming up next on the Pointer Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylists at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, Coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylists, they know no 2 guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location at the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW Stevens Point.
Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at pointerbluelineclub.com.
All right, back here at KBU Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointer Sports Network. Face-off underway. Stevens Point dumps it into the Concordia end. Up your point. Keep her 5-on-5 and keep her steady as she goes here for 20 minutes. Puck loose in the near corner. Falcons look to bring it out high. Hutchins. She'll fake a shot. Now slide it back on the near side. Noyle with it. Noyle taken away. Stevens Point. Berthume lifts it out. Off the far wall. Micah Zip will catch up to it. Micah Zip tried to cut back through to the middle and ridden away there by Gibson to the far corner. Shots on goal 22-19 in favor of the Pointers. Out high, Katie Stanius had it and then lost it. Falcons try to clear it off, but don't. Hutchins gets it back, circles back, tries to clear up off the far boards. Hutchins to the red line, waits for it. Pikarski intercepts that and gets it to Courtney Leising. Leising had it poked away from her, and poked free by Annika Horman. Horman comes around, and it is Stanius off the near side, lost the handle on it, flips high off the glass. Stanius bumped off the play, pokes it free to Leising. She'll go cross ice, and it is Annika Horman, far side. Defender runs into her, that's Bauer. Sends it back again, deep behind the net, Olivia Schultz. Near side, and for Stevens Point, Ashton Wilczek gets possession of it to Pikarski. Now bring it out high, a little too hot to handle. Now Leising back to the middle, couldn't come up with it, taken away. Reimke with it, back the other way. Emily Reimke couldn't get a shot up. Pikarski forces her wide to the near corner. Reimke around to the far side. Annika Horman will get it, and she'll clear it out through the skates of a Falcon defender just prior to the red line, so no icing call here. Opening 2 minutes of the third period here, Stevens Point with a 2-0 lead. Near side, up high. Pointers very lucky they didn't get too many men on the ice as the puck flips right in front of them. Solly Doyle with it now. She'll go rink wide to Shelby Treba. Treba up the far side. Falcons really putting the clamps on here in the neutral zone. Pointers having a tough time fighting it over the red line. Tabeka with it. She'll feed it far side, just out of the reach of Amanda Carney. Now flipped deep into the far corner. Lena Berthume back there for Stevens Point to get it. She'll shove it on the near side to Josie Bender. Back through the middle, pocket picked. Here comes Specker in. She'll fire a shot right in front, redirected, saved by Schultz. A second save and then picked out in front. Boy, Olivia Schultz doesn't give an inch. Made the save. It stayed out in front of her. A couple of pad saves there, rattling around. And here's Molly Millar. Cross ice to Kayla Stumo. Stumo back to the other way. Shelby Treba ahead. She'll get it in. Van Herky blockers it aside. 3 minutes into the third period here. Stevens Point still a 2-0 lead. All right, Falcons now bring it in, trying to cut this to a one-goal game here. Now they try to bump it off. Pointers with a nice job up the near wall to shove it ahead by Bender. Long-range shot in on Schultz. She'll make a stick save and will hang on. Look at the U.S. College Hockey Online Women's Poll. River Falls at 21-2 is number one. Gustavus at 20-3. Those teams played 3 times during the regular season, and it was the Falcons a 2-1 advantage in overtime of game number 3, basically, in that 3-game non-conference set for those two. Sent deep in here by the Falcons behind the net. Plattsburgh State of New York is 3rd, Amherst 4th, Hamilton 5th. Before we get to the next West contingent in Adrian College out of Michigan at 20-3. Stevens Point back the other way. Natalie Ahern to the blue line. She'll fire a shot in. Van Herky cuts that one across into the near corner. Around. It is Tour. Run into on the far side. Can't clear it out. Back around, Falcons with it again up the middle, chopping for it there for Stevens Point. Sarah Adalin comes toward the front of the net, slowed down. Now Adalin to it in the far corner. Adalin to Micah Zip. Adalin, Micah Zip, Maddie Anderle out there for Stevens Point. Far side now, Falcons able to clear it up. Back the other way they come. Charlotte Tour in. Tour with Noyle coming to the front of the net. Shot partially blocked there by Lena Berthume. I think the Pointers thought it went into the net, but they don't blow it dead. Stevens Point able to clear it out, and Amanda Carney with it, and she'll flip it back deep for Concordia. Into the near corner it comes. Solly Doyle. Behind the net, near side to Lena Berthume. Berthium near side of the net, zips a pass out ahead, and this is Maddie Anderle. Anderle walks around a defender, comes in front. Anderle with a shot. That's deflected. Tried to slide it to Annika Horman. Deflected there. Now coming. Leising drags it in front. Pad save made by Van Herky, and she will get down and cover it up. So Pointers hustling here, and we'll get a whistle. 15-16 to go in the third period. Face off to the left side, out high. Long range shot in. Van Herky makes the save. And they will reset. All right, now walking right in front, Courtney Leising couldn't pull the trigger. McKenna Pikarski around with it. And in the near corner, check that Katie Stanius around to the near corner. And she'll regain possession of it. Again, trying to flip it to Leising. Leising steps in to take it between the legs of a defender. Tried to walk toward the front of the net. Falcons get it, and they'll flip it up high. All the way back down, but short of icing here. Back to get it for Stevens Point is Grace Torma. She rattles it around. Turnover right in front of the net. Backhanded shot. Schultz with a save. Boy, it flipped right to, I believe it's Emily Reinke, who fired off a backhander. And 14:39 to go here in the third period. And a face-off to the right side of Olivia Schultz, who again in the first period set a new single-season save record for the Pointers, eclipsing her from a year ago. Pointers with some speed now. Shelby Treba to the far side. Treba saucers a pass through that got a piece of the goaltender. Centering pass, Millar with a shot. That's blocked. Treba to the rebound, far corner. Back to Millar. She'll center it. Comes all the way through. Winsenson on the near side holds it. She'll come in. Nobody picks her up. Right into the shin pads and a breakaway back the other way for Tabeka. Jillian Tabeka coming in at a breakaway. Lost the handle on it. Backhanded shot and a save made by Olivia Schultz. Schultz again outweights her and flops down, and Stack gets the pad down on a backhanded chance there by Tabeka to keep the Falcons off the board. 14:05 to go here in the third period. And a face-off to the left side of Olivia Schultz. Long-range pass here. Well, is it far enough for icing? They'll say no, as it went through a body through the neutral zone. Now Noyle. Near side, rode away from her. Now comes back behind the net again. They'll reset again. Gilligan with it. Gilligan cycling. Long-range pass again. Comes down the length of the ice. Good hustle here by the Pointers' Soli Doyle to get to the dot. We'll get a whistle and an icing call with 13:35 to go here in the third period. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead. Two first period goals here for Annika Horman. One even strength and one shorthanded. All right, Pointers off the draw. Try to chop a shot there by Sarah Adalin. That goes wide, deflected. Brooke Gibson behind her own net. Gibson to Gilligan. Ahead again, Stevens Point still gets a piece of it. Now finally out, here comes Gibson. Gibson left wing, 2-on-1 with Noyle. Coming in, firing a shot. Save with the paddle down to the ice there by Olivia Schultz as she cut that off. Now wheeling with it out, getting it out to center ice. Anderle ahead to Adalin. Now it's jammed up on the far side. Here's Anderle in. Maddie Anderle to the far corner. Stevens Point is changing here. Anderle keeps it going. Far side, Grace Torma cheats in on the far side, but getting it free. Now ahead to Noyle. Intercepted again. McKenna Pikarski will ram it deep back into the Falcon end. 12:45 to go here in the third period. Stevens Point has outshot Concordia here 27-23. Boy, that shorthanded goal is still a big one at the end of the first period. Long range shot by Stanius. Redirect, the rebound is there. Backhanded shot. Save made by Van Herky. Boy, she made a save through traffic on a redirect and then a rebound chance and a backhander as well. And she'll cover it up here with 12:33 to go in the third period. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead, again trying to get back to 500. before a date in the WIAC semifinals in a week from Friday. Reimke behind her own net is run into by Molly Millar, who tried to poke it free. Pointers set up on the forecheck here again. Falcons slide it ahead. Berthume ends up with it back near her own blue line. Millar corrals it. Molly Millar pulls two defender, then slips it to Berthume at center ice. She'll fire a long-range shot. Van Herky makes a stick save and directs it into the glove and hangs on. And we'll get a whistle here with 12:05 to go in the third. Of course, Pointers a year ago went 12-15 after a 5-6 campaign through the WIAC. All right, far side, Stanius. Around it goes. And the Falcons with it at center ice. Near side, they'll cut it in. For Stevens Point, Kayla Stumo gets a piece of it on the near side. Tried to go off the wall and out. Tabeka broke that out. Now Stumo with it again. Sent the link to the ice. And this will be an icing call here against the Pointers with 11:33 to go here in the third period. Other West teams in the poll outside of River Falls, Gustavus 1-2. It's Adrian is 6th. Eau Claire is 9th. And then St. Norbert is 13th and Aurora is 15th. So NCHA with 3 teams. WIAC with 2 and the MIAC with 1. Shot off the side of the net. Fought off by Olivia Schultz. Near side, Winsenson gets to it. And she'll spin around. And now in the near corner, Leising ditches a defender, shoves it ahead. Long-range pass ahead, Leising with space. 3-on-2 for the Pointers. Leising ahead, Horman cuts around behind her. Leising coming, sets it up in the back door. Shot jammed at. Van Herky with a save. A rebound off the side of the net and picked up by the Falcons. Leising is giving it a penalty call coming up here as Winsenson plays it. Boy, they should have blown it dead, and instead they come in 2-on-1. It's Specker near side, fires a shot through, goes wide. Leising going to get to it on the far side, and she will, I believe, head to the penalty box here on a tripping call. So it will come here, and let's see, we'll get a tripping call, and I think what they're trying to do, and let's see, we've 10:48, there's a clock issue here. So 10:48, they will reset the clock to. So it is Courtney Leising. That will go off here. Her second penalty of the night. Fourth power play of the night here for the Falcons, trying to climb back in this one. Off the face-off, here's Concordia. They'll slide it. Reimke at the point. Far side. Amanda Bauer, she'll come through, firing a shot fought off by Olivia Schultz. Berthume, good job to separate the puck here. She'll come around. We'll use the boards to clear it out. Bauer sends it right back up the near side. Falcons reset here. Specker comes to the near face-off circle, fires a shot. Schultz another save. Now it's Gibson with it behind the net. 1:30 remaining on the power play here for the Falcons. Stumo ties it up far side. Good body position here by the Falcons, and Specker gets it back again. Specker wheeling with it in the far corner. She'll circle again. Off the far wall, out high to Reimke. Reimke looking to come up on the far side. Had it, lost it. Specker comes down low. Gibson fires a shot. Berthume blocks that shot. Far side for Stevens Point. Sarah Adalin can't clear it out. Adalin reaching. Back out high again. Reimke near side to Bauer. She'll fire a shot. Glove save made as Specker tried to redirect again. And Olivia Schultz with a good save through traffic hangs on. 1:01 remaining in the power play. 9:48 to go. We will not get the media timeout until the power play is over. So, face off. And right in on Schultz, and she'll cover it up again. I tell you, Olivia Schultz Standing her ground here. Face off to the left side of Schultz again. 58 seconds remaining on the power play. Falcons control it. Bauer out high, hesitated, and then that allows a defender to come up here and pick her up here on the near side. Almost clearing it out there was Gina Magro. Now around when Sensen will get it. She'll rim it around the boards, far side, not quite to Horman. Now Horman still trying to drag it through Reimke, but couldn't. Now they poke it free again. Here's Horman with it again. Defender on her, able to clear it down the length of the ice. 30 seconds remaining in the Falcon power play. 9:15 to go here in the third. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. Long range pass ahead. Noyle on the right wing. She'll carry it in. Noyle puts her head down, trying to get to the front of the net. Now reverses back off. Noyle out high to Hutchins. Goes far side. This is Jillian Tabaka. Brings it back out high to Hutchins again. Down low, poked at there by the Pointers, Gina Magro. Here on the near side, Magro now to Berthume. Berthume around, and it is Olivia Kurtz in the far corner. Kurtz out to the point, far side. Final seconds. Pointers back at full strength. Shot through. Glove save made by Schultz again through traffic, and she'll hang on. And we'll get the media timeout here with 8:44 to go in the third. 2-0 is the Stevens Point lead here on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena. 8:44 to go in the third period. Stevens Point, a 2-0 lead over the Concordia University Falcons. Falcons will close out their regular season hosting Finlandia this weekend. All right, off the draw, Falcons with it. Long range shot. Where'd it go? Straight up in the air, bounces toward Schultz and then wide. And puck loose. One of the Falcons getting up slowly. That's Olivia Kurtz. I'm not sure if she took that shot and it stung her. Long range pass here. Now coming in, Katie Stanius on a breakaway, but just out of her reach. Stanius near corner, throws it toward Leising in front of the net. Bouncing puck through here. Falcons with it. Back the other way they come. Kurtz looks to be all right. She'll come on the far side. Tabeka had it and then lost it. Stevens Point will get it. And here's Anderle back for Leising. Pass back behind her. This is Jillian Tabeka on the near side. Poked away from her. Stevens Point pushing it back the other way. Ashton Wilczek. Kurtz with it now. Wilczek took it away. Slides it ahead. Molly Millar carries it on the far side. Here's Berthume. Lena Berthume wires a shot. Pad save made by Von Herke. Had a rebound effort in front by Treba. Couldn't get the handle on it. Now Millar after it again. Gibson coming just to the side of her net. Behind the net it goes around to the far corner. 7:40 to go in the third. Millar centering pass. Trying to walk his Treba. She'll get it back. Now Millar with it again. Fires a backhander in. Save made by Van Herke. And cleared out, but up but not out. Berthume holds it in. Now it comes. This is Lily Kasher for the Falcons. Collision on the far side, then work free back near side. Millar gets it to Ashton Wilczek. Wilczek on the near boards, fires a shot. Van Herke with a save. 7:10 to go in the third. Pointers just getting pucks deep and changing here. Shots almost even here. 30-29 in favor of the Pointers. Trying to walk it around to the far side with Sarah Adalin. And it's Maddie Anderle with it now. They'll push it ahead. Adalin back here on the near side. It ricochets off his skate, goes through. Gibson gloves it down. She'll shove it back to Colleen Gilligan. Gilligan far side, and it is Caitlin Hansen. Far side, and at center ice, Zip had it, and then sent it back toward Kayla Stumo. Falcons with some pressure here, but the Pointers walk that through. Here comes Sarah Adalin in on the far side. She'll flip a backhander deep to the far corner. Micah Zip after it for Stevens Point. Olivia Kurtz now gets to it for Concordia. They'll carry it out on the left side. Into the far corner. Pointers first to get there. They'll walk through out to the side of the net. Josie Bender out. Here's Josie Bender, cuts to the right wing, fights her way to the red line and gets the puck deep. 6:15 to go here in the third. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead behind the net. Little collision there. Trying to shove it out in front of the net now. Digging it free here. Natalie Ahern coming in front. Shot save made by Van Herky. And it is Ahern with another chance. Another shot block. Out high, Piekarski spinning with it. She'll flip it to the far corner. Allie Gronowski after it for Stevens Point. But the Falcons, Colleen Gilligan able to get there first and clear it out. To the red line they go. They'll send it deep. Schultz cuts it off. Winsenson waiting. She will slap a long-range pass ahead. Pointers get a piece of it. Gronowski sends it deep. Katie Stanius giving chase behind the net. Took it away from Van Herky into the far corner. Stanius rubbed out there. And it's the Falcons back the other way, 3-on-2. McCrell back the other way with some speed. McCrell, good poke check on the back check there, but the Pointers cleared it out, and Stevens Point flips it up the near side. Poking forward, here comes Courtney Leising back the other way. Leising around the defender, comes in front, tripped down in the play, sent wide, and into the near corner. What do we have? Tripping call coming here. And will we get a penalty shot or no? I don't think so. We'll see. 5:14 to go in the third. A tripping call will send Stevens Point to the skyward power play, as it is Haley Kelajuri on the tripping call here with 5:14 to go in the third period. So no penalty shot, but the Pointers to the skyward power play here for the fifth time. Kayla Stumo cycling, leaves it out high. Lauren Winsenson with it for the Pointers. Winsenson to Piekarski. Three defensemen out here for the Pointers working, and they'll leave it again. Here's Winsenson coming, fires a shot, that wires wide. Falcons get to the rebound, shove it to the near boards, but not out. Pointers regain possession of it. Winsenson into the near side. She'll get body position, go to a backhander to hold it in, and then Kayla Stumo trying to work it free here for Stevens Point. Stumo working out high, just shy of the blue line on the near side, right to the left of the Falcon bench. They'll still scrum for it, and finally the Falcons, now they lose the handle on it. Stevens Point, Annika Horman turning, tried to fire a shot but stumbled. Horman back with it again. Pointers changing on the power play. Horman behind the net she goes. Horman looking to center, now veers off to the near wall. Brings it out high, Piekarski. She'll wire a shot, pad save, rebound was there for Anderle. Couldn't pull the trigger. Falcons will get it and they'll slide it up back down. 55 to go in the skyward power play here for the Pointers. Stevens Point with it. Long-range pass ahead. Leising will get it. Near side poked away from her by Reinke. They collide, carried in the near side, but the collision forces a whistle and an offsides. 3:58 to go here in the third period. It is a 2-0 lead for Stevens Point, and they have 43 seconds remaining on a skyward power play. Off the face-off. Near side, Micah Zip digs it free, goes cross ice. Stanius brings it in, stops, starts, shot shoveled, glove save made by Van Herky, and she'll hang on. 30 seconds to go in the power play. All right, face off to the left side of Van Herky. Lena Berthume on the near side. McCrell digs it out. She'll come back the other way. Defender coming in. Good job here by Stanius on the back check to pick her up. Now Sarah Adalin Courtney Leising tried to flip it ahead and whiffed on it. That allows the Falcons to get it and dump it back in. 8 seconds to go. Leising now. She'll try to set up some time and space. Leising coming through. Tried to walk through a defender. Tabeka took it away. She'll come in. One on the goaltender. Shot fired. Fought off by Schultz. Near side, it is Josie Bender after it. Long-range pass ahead. Pointers try to get a long-range pass through. This is Maddie Anderle getting the puck deep. 3 minutes to go here. Stevens Point a 3-0 lead. Near side, poke free. Here comes a 2-on-1 back the other way. Tabeka again. She'll come in, take the shot, and a goal. Pointers turned the puck over. Jillian Tabeka came in, had a 2-on-1, opted to take the shot, beats Olivia Schultz. It's game on with 2:51 to go here in the third. So Jillian Tobacco will get credit for the Falcons. And let's see, that will be her 4th goal of the year. And the Falcons right back in this with 2:51 to go. Kayla Stumo ahead. She will get the puck to the red line and get it deep. Van Herky cuts it off behind the net. Falcons cut to the far side. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender, Van Herky, with coming up on 2.5 minutes to go. Far side, Stevens Point Trebo with it. She'll dance out, leave it ahead in the left wing. Carried into the near side. Long range shot by Wilczek. Rebound is out there after a butterfly save. Here come the Falcons back the other way. Stanius after it. Falcons get it deep. It'll roll in on Schultz. She'll get down and cover it up here. 2:19 to go here in the third period. So Jillian Tobacco from Colleen Gilligan at 17:09 puts the Falcons on the board. And they are trying to get the equalizer here. Weising wins the draw, but it goes to the Falcons at the point. They'll feed it around, trying to get free for a shot. Oh, fought off there by Schultz to the near corner. Up the near side it goes. Back out, poked at by Stanius, can't get it. Back the other way, long range shot lifted to the far corner. Noyle with it. Noyle plays it around to the near side, up the near wall. Stevens Point will get it for a minute, and now still try to backhand it out again. Noyle did again, but Stevens Point works it around. Gibson tries to walk through. It's center ice kicked at. Chopped at there by Katie Stanius to get it back in. Minute 45 to go here in regulation. Berthiaume runs traffic on the far side. She'll get possession of it. Ahead it goes. Hustling here on the near side for Stevens Point is Sarah Adalin to the near side. She races in on the near side along with Courtney Leising, and the Pointers get it deep with a minute and a half to go. Pointers try to hold off the Falcons here. Piekarski hammers it in off the skate of one of the Falcons, and we'll get a whistle and an offsides with a minute 22 to go here in the third period. Wonder if Steve Fabili here will take a timeout with a minute 22 to go. Face off just outside the Concordia blue line. Nope, he'll say roll on. Hansen back to get it. Van Herky will keep an eye on her. She will come to the bench here. Falcons, Tobacco carries it in far side, looks to center. Piekarski works her free. 6-on-5 advantage here for the Pointers. After it, Sarah Adalin near corner. She's pressed off there. Micah Zip in to pick it up for the Pointers. Pointer Seniors, their final game at home here. Micah Zip with it. Cleared it back to the near corner. Falcons walk it free. Here is Hansen on the near side. 52 seconds to go. Shot fired. Olivia Schultz makes the save and hangs on. Well, final senior home game here for Olivia Schultz, Gina Magro, Ashton Wilczek. Off the face-off. Goes behind the net. Reimke digs it out high. Falcons misplay it here. Comes all the way out of the zone. This is going to take some precious time, and Courtney Leising after it. Looking at an empty net here, trying to look for Hanukkah Horman. Now comes back in. Here's Katie Stanius. She'll flip it. Goes up and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 28 seconds remaining here in the third period. So Stevens Point trying to get a win, trying to get back to 500. And we'll get a face-off at center ice. Off the face-off. Pointers control. They'll dump it back down. No icing, they'll say. Stanius after it. Falcons around here on the near side. Pointers look to try to force a turnover. Horman reaching for it. Leising with it. Can't get a shot off. Stanius will chip it deep. 8 seconds to go. Near corner. Back around to get it. Colleen Gilligan. One final try here for the Falcons. Turned over. Stanius turns. Floats it toward the empty net. Blocked off. That's going to do it. Stevens Point's going to hang on and win their regular season finale. Get back to 500. And send the 4 Pointers Seniors out with a win on their home ice in the regular season finale. 2-1 is your final score here tonight. We'll take a break, come back with our post-game show. Stevens Point beats Concordia 2-1. Back with our post-game show on the Pointers Sports Network.
Cousins Subs is coming bigger and better to Stevens Point. This March, Cousins will be moving to a new location at 111 North Division Street with a fresh look that includes a drive-thru. Whether it's a grilled-to-order cheesesteak, Wisconsin cheese curds, or a party box of subs, Cousins has something for every occasion. Order online at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins Subs mobile app. Cousins Subs, believe in better.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
All right, back here at KB Will Arena, Tom Weaver on the Pointers Sports Network, our post-game show. Stevens Point beats Concordia of Wisconsin here 2-1. Really got ahead here in the first period and held on to their senior goaltender down the stretch here to get the win. Pointers got on the board 4:51 of the first. Annika Horman, her 7th of the year from Soli Doyle. It was 1-0 Stevens Point, and then really where things turned here, Annika Horman, unassisted, poked it free, came in the goaltender. And her 8th of the year unassisted at 19:08. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead after one. Scoreless in the second. And in the third period, Falcons get on the board. Jillian Tabeka, her 4th of the year from Colleen Gilligan. That came at 17:09. And Stevens Point gets a 2-1 lead here. Pointers end up out shooting the Falcons in the third period, 14-12. 36-31 for the game here tonight and getting the win. Stevens Point 0 for 4 on the Skyward power play. They were credited with 12 shots. Concordia, Wisconsin 0 for 4, 13 saves, 13 shots on goal credited to the Falcons on the power play here tonight. Annalena Van Herke, 14 third period saves for a game total of 34. And it is Olivia Schultz, 11 saves for a game total of 30 here tonight. Falcons do win 66% of the faceoffs here tonight. And Stevens Point with the win, 12-12-1. Concordia, Wisconsin now 12-10-1. And again, the Falcons host Finlandia in a 2-game NCHA set to close out Stevens Point. Next up, the WIAC semifinals against either River Falls or Eau Claire. That will come a week from Friday, and that will be on the road. And the opponent, depending the outcome of the River Falls-Eau Claire series, coming up here this weekend. Again, congratulations, Pointer seniors, on their final home game here tonight. Micah Zip, the senior out of Fond du Lac. Ashton Wilczek out of Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Gina Magro out of Tower Lakes, Illinois. And Olivia Schultz, the senior goaltender out of Maplewood, Minnesota. Again, Olivia Schultz, it's a new record. So let's see. She had 30 saves here tonight. So that means she ends her career, 800 saves on the regular season here, and would need just 6 more saves in the playoffs to eclipse 3,000 for her career. So more numbers stacking up for Olivia Schultz here tonight. All right, we got to pick our Pointer player of the game. We'll give an honorable mention to the goaltender Olivia Schultz. If she would have got the shutout, we may have given it to her, but Annika Horman for 2 first-period goals, including the shorthanded one that really sealed the deal for the Pointers. Poked it free and took all kinds of momentum, and Pointers rode it from there and got the win here tonight by a score of 2-1. So again, the Pointers now 12-12-1, Concordia, Wisconsin 12-10-1. All right, our next broadcast comes up a week from Friday. Stevens Point men will host either River Falls or Stout in a WIAC 2 games plus a mini-game series, both Friday and Saturday night. We'll be on the air with pregame coverage at 6:45. That's going to do it here from Willett Arena. Stevens Point gets a win in the regular season finale over Concordia, Wisconsin by a score of 2-1. Congratulations to the Pointer seniors, and yours truly unbeaten with the women here this year. So how about that? We'll see. All right, that's going to do it. I'm Tom Weaver. Thanks for listening to Pointers Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network.
This has been UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network. Pointers Hockey on the Pointer Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, also by Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins in Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Range, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports Under Armour. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.